If you like to scream, then this is the street to be on. Whether you're a fan of vampires, witches or skeletons, you can find all your spooky faves in Scream Street, CBBC's frighteningly funny animation show. And it's back for a brand new series, so I've come here to Factory Studios in the northwest of England to find out how exactly the team bring the show's chillingly cool characters to life. The hilarious comedy follows the story of Luke Watson, a regular teen who also happens to be a werewolf.
Reckless is my middle name.
However, when the government housing of unusual life forms, better known as Ghoul, find out about Luke's hairy situation, they transfer him and his parents to, yep, you guessed it, Scream Street. But I'm not just here for a tour of the studios. I've got one more surprise for you. I am going to be in Scream Street. I'm so excited. I can't believe this, but I'm going to be lending my voice to one of the show's goblin janitors. But where do you even start voicing a character? Let's ask Scream Street's director, Jeff. Am I right in saying that I am going to be voicing that goblin?
Yes, you are this little fella here. He's a museum attendant, and you're going to be voicing him. He's got his little uniform and his little ID card.
Oh, he's got his little ID.
So seeing him gives you an idea of, the type of character that he's going to be. Generally, they're quite grumpy, and they like following the rules.
So, any tips that I can use?
Yeah, if you think about his character and that he is grumpy, and when you're performing it, if you can't be quite physical as you're delivering your lines a bit, take on some of the sort of aspects of his character.
A bit of practice, and I'll be there, don't worry. While I work on my grumpy janitor voice, it's time to find out how the characters come to life, using a process called stop motion animation, which means the team behind it use models to create the animation. There are currently 8 animators working on the show, and right here we have Rob, one of them. So Rob, tell us, how does stop motion animation actually work?
So it's stop motion. The only difference is that we've got a puppet on a set and we take pictures and then we play them back on the computer. And you just keep taking pictures, moving the puppet until you've got animation.
Tell us about how you manage to create different facial expressions with the characters.
So Doug, he's got just this little hinge because it's just sort of a skull.
Amazing.
Whereas Luke's got sort of paddles in his mouth. And then there's other characters with stick-on mouths.
I would imagine each movement is so precise, so that must take a lot of time. How much would you manage to film in a day?
We aim for around 8 seconds a day. So it's slow work, but sometimes, you might have a scene with loads of characters all running and jumping and dancing and singing, and you might only get 2 or 3 seconds done in a day. I think we get through an episode animation-wise in about 2 or 3 weeks. But the whole process, the editing and the sound, I think about 4 months for a 10-minute episode.
4 months? Wow. Right, I really need to make sure that I don't mess up my role then. Next, I'm off to find out about the programme's puppets. I'm meeting the show's art director, Lorna.
So this is Dr. F and Six. They're the new characters. Six is a monster that Dr. F has created. Okay. She's made out of all the body parts, all the other characters.
Oh, she's like a mix of all of them.
Yeah.
Why do we have multiple versions of the same character?
To shorten the length of time it takes to make an episode, we have 6 of a lot of the puppets all running at the same time. Speeds everything up. Makes sense, because if you literally had one puppet, it would take years to film one episode. I'm feeling pretty ready to record my part, but before I do, I've just got the chance to check out the programme's sensational sets. We're here at Doug's house, and every location that you see in Scream Street is a handmade set built right here in the studio. And what's cool is that they include so much detail. Like, as you can see, we have a dartboard right up here. We have a skull radio, and even small things, little tiny things like the Daily Screamer, the newspaper he's reading. How cool is that? In fact, more than 1,700 props were used in the first 15 episodes alone of the show. And the team here have even created a tiny little prop with a Blue Peter badge on it, and I'm going to pop it right here on set. Sadly, my tour is nearly over, but there's one thing left for me to do before I leave. Guys, it's finally time. I'm here in the recording booth, about to record my lines. I'm so excited. But nervous, but excited. I need to practice my goblin voice.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Need a bit of practice, I think. Yeah, we'll get a bit of practice.
And I'm back. Tell me about it.
There's one more thing I have to let you know about my character. He can get a bit...
Oh, no.
gassy.
And you're done. Great job.
Yes! Today has been off the charts. I've learned how the ghoulish characters come to life. I've also taken a tour of this wonderful studio, but I'm going to be honest, I was expecting the tour to be slightly more spooky than it was. Guys! Guys! Where are you? Don't leave me here. Guys! Hey guys, it's Adam. Make sure you subscribe to the Blue Peter channel, like this video, check out our playlists, and if you want to watch more Blue Peter content, then head over to the BBC iPlayer.